Time for the 49ers Rush Podcast. And here's your host, John Chapman.
What is going on, faithful? It's not a Victory Tuesday, coming off the loss from the Lions, but it's weird. I kind of, you never applaud like a losing effort. And I talked a little bit about this last night at the stadium. There's a lot of bad. There's a lot of bad that has carried through this season. That is 2024. And thankfully today is the last day of this godforsaken year. I'm very, very thankful for that. I'm so excited about 2025. This is episode 1298 of the 49ers Rush Podcast. And I'm excited for this year, this season to be done. D-U-N, get it over with. There's a lot of bad, especially just from the Niners' perspective. It had been great. So what I want to talk about today is go through grades quickly, offense, defense, kind of see who stood out, snap counts, all that kind of stuff. Got to look forward to next year because the 49ers have officially finished dead last in the NFC West, which is probably not the best thing to celebrate, but it does come with some silver linings. The schedule is set for next year, and the schedule is awesome. Oh, my gosh. It's incredible. We're going to go through those games, and then we'll talk a little bit of draft, where the 49ers fit, where they could be, where they could fall to, go up to, all that fun stuff, what that looks like. So that's going to be the crux of the episode. But again, back to this idea of, man, this season hasn't been it. And I know everybody wants to point to injuries, but every game I watch and the more and more film that I break down, just broke down the first half. That's up on the 49ersrush.com and our Patreon page. Injuries aren't the issue. We literally have not one but two replacement left tackles in Austin Pleasance and Charlie Heck. They did fine. They did just fine. Nick Zakelj, better than the guy we've had out there. The issue is not injuries. It's not. It is not injuries. We're not losing this game because Christian McCaffrey's not out there. We're not losing that game because Trent Williams not out there. We're not. The 49ers are losing the game because of terrible coaching and some questionable play / lack of heart on certain players. That's just what it is. And really low player IQ across the board, offense, defense, special teams. Like, we just have a lot of guys that just don't understand football. They've been with us, and you've been able to overcome a lot of those things. But when you abandon the running game, Kyle Shanahan, after the first quarter, didn't even wait till the fourth quarter. He abandoned the running game after the first quarter. That killed us. Whenever the defense just gives up 40 points consistently because, you're giving away free third downs, free fourth downs because you're Nick Sorensen and you're putting everybody in positions that they're not going to be successful in. My thing that I keep going back to with Nick Sorensen, tell me one player that has improved this year defensively. I'll wait. Tell me one. Because there's only one guy that I can even think about mentioning, and he was pretty awesome last year, and that's Deommodore Lenoir. That's it. Nobody else. Nobody else. So it's like, man, you have made nobody better? Not one? It's not just the 11 guys that play most of the time. It's how many guys do we have defensive snaps? 20. We had 20 defensive players get snaps. Who got better? Who got better? Nobody. So you mean to tell me you made every single player on the defense worse? All of them? That's pretty unique skill set, Nick Sorensen. Congratulations. You have done what nobody else could do. And so, again, it's not injuries. I don't care who you have out there. And yeah, some players played really bad. We'll talk about those. That scheme and that game plan defensively was stupid. Hufanga didn't play well. I was wearing my Hufanga jersey. How many times did we line Hufanga up in the box to blitz off the edge or to have an instinctual play in the backfield? None. We had Hufanga sitting free safety. Guess what he's not? a free safety. We're literally taking all of our players and putting them in the worst situations over and over and over and over and over again. It's a joke, man. It's a joke. Appreciate everybody showing up on this New Year's Eve. Celestial, appreciate you. What's up, JP? We got Steven in the house. What's up, Malik? Sorry, I pronounced that wrong. Tommy, appreciate you guys. Glad that you guys are here. You are incredible. And I'm behind on emails and DMs, so if I haven't got to yours, just let you know. I'm going to get to them. But this week's crazy because we're flying out Friday to Arizona to set up our events. We're going to be hosting events out in freaking Arizona, which I'm so excited about. That chapter is incredible. Come join us if you're going to be anywhere close to Arizona. We're going to be at Salt Tacos and Tequila. It's in the Westgate District, Saturday the day before. 2 to 6 is our official party. Doors open at 12 if you want to get in there a little early. But our official whatever, we're hosting all that stuff, 2 to 6. Go get your tickets, 49ersrushroadtrip.com. And our tailgate's going to be freaking awesome. If you haven't been there, we like to do the indoor one whenever games are going on, so we'll be able to, we have TV set up and all that stuff. We'll be watching the earlier games and drinking and eating all you can eat, all you can drink, all that stuff. Go get your tickets. That party starts at 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Then we walk to the stadium together. It's just 2 blocks. Such an awesome venue over there in the Westgate District. So go get your tickets. 49ers Rush Road Trip. Excited about this. And look at this. This is what I'm talking about, JP. 16 straight passes is ridiculous. And I understand Brock Purdy was unbelievable until he wasn't. You look at all the fourth quarter stats with Brock Purdy, they're awful. Why? Shanahan always abandons the run in the fourth quarter. Always. Always. Every single time, Shanahan abandons the run in the fourth quarter. We had 10 run plays after the first quarter. Only 5 more called run plays through the second, third, fourth quarter combined. That's it. That's it. Now, some of those were quarterback scrambles. You got some of those in there, but only 5 designed run plays for 3 quarters of the game when you were averaging over 4 yards a carry collectively. Just, it's stupid. And now you're continually to see Brock Purdy's not the guy that should throw the ball 50 times. He's not Stafford. He's not C.J. Stroud. He's not Burrow. That's not who he is. So why would you ask him to continually be something that he is not? Now, I know somebody's listening to this going, well, then you don't pay him money. But, that's not our entire system. That's not how our offensive line's built. It's not how our wide receivers are built. And it's not how our running backs are built either. That's not who we are. Our entire offensive game plan identity is built on run, play action, outside zone. That's who we are. You got rid of all 3 of those things. You just threw them away. Just threw them away. We're now a 7-on-7 passing team. Maybe Kyle Shanahan needs to draft another first-round wide receiver. I don't know. Yeah, right here, JW. Bosa's still playing hard, like his post-game reflection. He played really, really hard. His best game of the year by far. I would not say that Bosa has played hard all season. Now, he played through some injuries, no doubt about that. And so you got to credit him with that. But no, this was his best game. You have to 100%. I agree with that. Gold-blooded, thank you for the super chat. You are awesome. Love the picture in your AVI. That's great, too. I've been calling for blame to go to Shanahan since week 3. The guy doesn't adjust and panics. I think Kyle adjusts really well. Panic 1,000%. Whenever it's a 1-score game at any time, whether you're up, down, tied, and it used to just be the fourth quarter, that dude just pass. That's all he could do. And it's a major flaw, huge flaw, especially with how you draft and build the team. Agree 100%. Yeah, so cold-blooded, I'm with you. I'm with you on the panics part. I'm not with you on the adjustment part. You could have ran that ball all day. And, yeah, 4 yards a carry, it's nothing to, pound your chest on or whatever else. But I'm going to keep going back to this. One of the biggest reasons, again, it's not injuries, that the 49ers are losing. The 49ers are now 14th in rush attempts in the NFL. 14th out of 32 teams. We're average. We're built to run. That's who we are. We just won't commit to it. We won't. Yeah, it's rough. I see a lot of people want to talk right here. Bobo, #CC, meaningless games. a season over, but I'm still here complaining about it. I'm with you. It's what we do, man. That's what we do. What's up, Darren? Happy New Year to you as well, man. Appreciate you. Carlos, my man. Purdy sums up a lot of criticism about how much money he deserves. The game was good for him. A couple bad lectures cost us. Yeah, a couple bad throws cost us bad. Those turnovers were huge. 100% on Brock. Both of those were in clean pockets, non-aggressive pass situations needed. Just two bad decisions. And, I mean, how many times are you going to go back to the well and just keep throwing? Both of them right over the middle. Both of them to the same safety. Yeah, not good. And one of the interceptions got called back to Kirby Joseph, but that Kittle got tackled on that play. Right here, observe Kyle Shanahan, certified quarterback killer. I just got through going through the first half. Brock Purdy will not protect himself, ever. He never has, never will. One of the plays where he was rolling out, it was like the first quarter, and it was like first down. Dude could have threw the ball away 5 times. Held the ball, throws the ball away out of bounds late, gets killed. Like, Brock Purdy will not protect himself. And now Kyle Shanahan, is he protecting him? I don't know. He's not really. You talk about Jimmy Garoppolo. You can talk about RG3. You can talk about. You're not wrong. But, man, Brock Purdy, a lot of that's on Brock. He took 3 hits on one play, and it was a penalty. Like, just chunk the ball deep and we're done. We had a free play, and he still takes 3 gigantic hits, one from a defensive tackle chasing him down. And it's just like, man, why do this? And now his elbow's all jacked up and whatever. We'll see. I'm not overly concerned about it, to be honest with you. He was still throwing. He said it was on fire and whatever. If you've played football and taken, a helmet to the elbow, that's going to hurt. It's going to hurt. Now, hopefully no damage is done. I doubt we see Brock again this year. I think his year is done. And it's not great. You look at the Brock Purdy numbers, they're bad. 65% completion, not good. Here, I want to compare this just to last year. This isn't in my notes, but so let's see here. 65% completion percentage, his lowest of his career. It's only been 3 years. 3,800 yards, 400 yards lower than last year. 20 touchdowns, 11 fewer than last year. 12 interceptions. So you've got fewer touchdowns by 11 and more interceptions by 1. His touchdown percentage was 7.6. 7 dropped down to 4.4. Now he's coming off a game where he threw 3 touchdowns. His interception ratio, the highest of his career. 2.4 first year, 2.5, 2.6. That's not good. Success rate, lowest of his career. Yards per attempt, 8.5, dropped from 9.6. A full yard less per attempt. Quarterback rating, lowest of his career. QBR, lowest of his career. Sacks, most of his career. Now, is that all on him? People around him. The offensive line was terrible. Had the exact same offensive line from last year. That's on the front office, though. Jake Brittle continued to be terrible, letting free blitzers go, even in this game. Man. Yeah, Ed, never thought we'd be here, and here we are. It's what it is. But that's okay. Right here, Sean, I blame the defensive coordinator more than injuries. Facts. Steven, what's up, man? He says, John, can you share your thoughts on Kyle's adjustments and play calling with the misdirection? Why wait so long to get in his bag? No clue. I know that versus man teams, he likes misdirection more. And so we saw a lot of that against the Lions. But against zone teams, he doesn't like misdirection a lot. And he takes himself out of his bag. I am with you completely, Steven. And I think I tweeted out, we just need to tell Kyle Shanahan these games don't matter. And then he'll be fearless, doing, reverses, jet sweeps, end rounds. That one play to Pearsall, the reverse, that was supposed to be a pass to Purdy. Purdy was running a route on that. Now it was covered, and, Pearsall tucked it and ran, which was really, really smart. And it was a bad pitch from Isaac Garendo. But, yeah, where are the trick plays at? How do we get Shanahan to just not care? Somebody get this dude some medication to relax a little bit, and maybe we get a little bit more of that. I don't know. Joe P. right here, 100%. Talent evaluation and coaching is the reason the 49ers are not in the playoffs, not injuries. You played against a team with more injuries than us yesterday. They beat us. They beat us. That's just the way it goes. Now, let's go through grades on the game, okay? Offense, number one player, not a shock. George Kittle, just unbelievable what he continues to do. And he does it across the board. Played 60 out of 64 snaps, 8 pass blocking snaps. So you ran 49 pass plays, let's say 50, right? And 8 of those pass plays, he's pass blocking. Still, I guess he wasn't the true number one because Pearsall was. But he just does everything. It just does absolutely everything. 15 run blocking plays. George Kittle was unbelievable. 93 grade. That is one of the highest grades of his career. 93 is off the charts. Brock Purdy had an 80.2 even with the 2 major turnover plays. Brock Purdy played a good game. But you made him straight pass quarterback, and that's just not who we are. That's just not who we are. It's so frustrating. Man. Oh, it's so frustrating. Right here, Ed, Brock on the sideline said it was his finger. Man, you get hit in that funny bone on that elbow, and that pain just shoots down your arm. I don't know if you guys have ever experienced that, but it hurts. And so, like, he said it was on fire or whatever else. I'm not overly concerned. Yes, it's a surgically repaired elbow and the UCL and all that stuff. The fact that he was throwing on the sidelines repeatedly, it's not like what it was. Yeah, you do some imaging. I'm not overly concerned. This does not affect the conversation of Brock Purdy long-term for me personally. I know a lot of people will try to reach and grab and, put stuff out there, clickbait, whatever. I'm sorry. And I don't say that because of what Shanahan says. Whatever Shanahan says about injuries, discount. Don't even listen to it. That dude will lie through his teeth about injuries. But just the fact that I saw him throw over and over again on the sidelines, I was watching it. I was there. That told it's not like what it was. Doesn't mean it's perfect. No, but he's not playing again. He's not playing next week on a short week, and he's not going to play for a long time. He's got time to rest. Not concerned. Not concerned. Not concerned at all. Right here. Austin, anyone know when Ayuk is expected back? He should be back at the start of training camp. He'll probably start off on PUP. The surgery's taking place, and he's hitting his checkpoints and whatever else, supposedly. But, yeah, you got to – thankfully, he's got time. The injury happened early, which if it's going to happen early. I think he's going to be all right. Alex. So, John, I take it that wasn't good. It was not good. It was not good. It was not good. Right here, John, no team can win with this Wonder Bread DC. What do you say we do here? You move on. You move on. There's going to be a lot of defensive coordinator options. This is the first time the 49ers can play the opposite side of the card, where in the past, everybody's taking our DCs, our play callers, our front office guys, and we don't get that opportunity because we've been in the NFC Championship or Super Bowl every single year, 4 out of the last 5 years. Now, you're done. DUN, it's over. So when people get fired and lose jobs and resettle, you now get first choice. We talk about draft order, which is huge. Now you get personnel and coaching first dibs. And trust me, everybody's going to want to come here. You mean to tell me I get to coach Nick Bosa and Fred Warner? Yeah, and Diamador Lenore? I'm in. I want to go there. I want to go there. I want to go there. You're going to get a lot of dibs. Now, I don't think Salah's going to be on that list just because I think he's going to have other options. I don't think people like to go backwards. Jeff Ulbrich, DC for Cleveland. There's going to be options. There's going to be a lot of options. And I really hope I know Nick Bosa decides a lot of things, and I know he wants Sorensen back because he's his guy. That's the worst defensive coordinator in the NFL. He's the worst defensive coordinator in the NFL. It's not close. That dude can't help anybody. He can't help anybody. So many busted coverages still in man coverage. He's just so bad. Yeah, we're playing single high cover one man. Sean asked what's wrong with our defense. We're playing man defense. We're not a man defense. Not how we're built. We do not have a free safety. We're taking our best box defender, game breaker, game changer, Huff, we're just sticking him back in free safety, which he doesn't play. Not his position. We're not a cover 1 team. We're doing way too much cover 3. We never blitz. We only bring 4 all the time. We're predictable, so we're the most vanilla defense in the NFL, and we're not coached well. 3rd and 4th downs, we give free plays up consistently all year. Still can't guard bunch trips. It's a simple formation. We can't guard bunch trips. Kevin O'Connell put on the game tape week 2 against us and just shredded us and bunch trips. Every team has done the same thing all year, including Detroit last night. Yeah. Sean says, John, why was Staley brought in? I don't know. At what point should he have took over for Sorensen? Bye week. Yeah, I don't know. Shanahan, his personnel decision is stupid. It's stupid. It's stupid. Lee, any thoughts on Jalen Milroe? Amazing player, amazing person. They're getting beat right now, 16-0. I love that. I hate Alabama. I hate all things Alabama, but I don't hold that against the players. Slick right here. I want Ulbrich, ex-49ers linebacker. I do too. I really do. Thomas, Shanahan's so stubborn. He's going to ruin with Wonder Bread to prove Wilkes' firing was right decision. I have zero faith in Shanahan to do the right thing in personnel. I'm with you. I don't either. Yeah, Pete ain't coming to the Niners. I don't think that's going to happen. I think if Pete goes anywhere, he'll be a head coach. I would not hire Pete as a head coach. No way. No way I would do that. But I would be. He's been in D.C. here before. He ain't coming here. But Bobo right here, I want Pete Carroll. Yeah, I do too. I'd be happy with that. You ain't getting him. And we don't have the personnel to run his scheme either. Yeah, single high safety. That's what he runs. Maybe we get one. Oh, who knows? Maybe. But anyway. And Tommy, yeah, you're right here. Ulbrich isn't doing well in New York. That's as toxic an environment as could possibly be created. It's been terrible. The ownership is awful. Literally trading for players based off of Madden ratings. Yeah, that's just a bad situation. You add in Aaron Rodgers, who's the most toxic person probably in the NFL personality-wise. Yeah, no, it's terrible. Now, he does need to take some responsibility for that, but he's an experienced DC and an attacking defense, but they have not been good this year. You are correct. That is a very fair statement, but I'd take him over Pet Rock Sorensen any day of the week. Any day of the week. Papa J. Appreciate you, man. He said, it's amazing. People are surprised Kyle abandons the running game in the second half. He's been doing that since Atlanta. Yeah, maybe we should keep Kyle and expect something different next year. Yeah, that's fair criticism. My thing is, Kyle abandoned it in the second quarter this game. Kyle's the last 3 weeks, Kyle's completely abandoned the running game. Now, let's get back to grades. I got sidetracked. That's y'all's fault. Josh Dobbs played 5 plays. It was the 3rd highest rated player with an 80 score. Like seeing Josh Dobbs out there. Again, cannot evaluate talent. Shouldn't have been with the backup that we had. Should have been Dobbs all year. Everybody knew that. I kept telling everybody it wasn't going to go that way. And people were getting mad at me. And I was like, dude, I just know how Shanahan thinks. Pearsall, 4th highest, 78.4. Conley only played 4 plays, got a 77 grade. Those are your top 5. Bottom 5, Austin Pleasants. The left tackle was divided between Charlie Heck and Austin Pleasants. Both got 32 snaps out of 64. They split right down the middle. Pleasants, 54 grade. Heck, 56 grade. Debo, 54 grade. And Jacob Cowing, 5 snaps, 54 grade. Those are your lowest rated offensive players. Now, defensively, Nick Bosa, best game of the year. 89.4, 7 pressures, 2 sacks, 6 solo run stops. That's so good. 4 tackle for Nick Bosa he did it against the best too. First half, he went against Penei Sewell on the defensive left side. Cooked that dude. Then he goes over to Taylor Decker. Pancaked him, made sack as well. Like, Nick Bosa was awesome. And all on 4-man pressure because we didn't blitz. We never blitz. Jalen Graham got 11 snaps. 2nd highest rated player. Why wasn't he out there? Instead, we got to get DFF 15 snaps. Are you kidding me? DFF sucked, by the way. Jair Brown, 17 snaps. They were rotating safeties. You look at the snap count for the safeties. Malik got 69 snaps. And then Hufunga got 56. And Jair got 17. I love that. Jair Brown's been the worst defensive player we've had all year. but you don't give up on a second-year player. He just needs time and to overcome some of these bad habits. Alex Barrett continues just to play well, fourth highest rated player. Fred Warner, fifth. He had a 66 grade for Fred Warner, played 71 of 71 snaps, was all over the place. Not his best game, but still played well. Worst player, Sam O. Come on, Sam. You're killing me. I think he got hurt really bad because of the coverage grades. He had two kind of drop into zones, and they caught the ball over him. I don't put that on him. That's on Sorensen. Evan Anderson, another one of my guys. Second ratest. Isaac Yadam, another one of my guys. Terrible game. So my three guys that like have been undervalued players that I wanted to get more playtime all sucked. Sam O, Evan Anderson, Isaac Yadam. And so, I'll take that one. Leonard Floyd. And that's the thing. Like, all right, Sam O wasn't good, but neither was Leonard Floyd. Evan Anderson wasn't good, but neither was Jordan Elliott. All of them bottom 5 players. So, yeah. Right here, Dave. Don't give up on a second-year player unless his name is Jake Moody. It's time. It's time to move on. Jake Moody ain't it. Yeah, Jake Moody ain't it. Yeah, I think everybody knows that. I'm pretty sure everybody knows that. Yeah, it was bad. Right here, no excuses. The Lions defense, they were mostly backups. Yeah, they had 17 players on IR. Just on the defensive side, 19 total players on IR. Yep, you're right. Yep. Rick, yes, says, good afternoon, John Chapman. Yes, it's time to move on. Let me ask this. I'll put this on the chat, and I'll come back to this here in a little bit. I'll give everybody time to answer. Yes or no? Should the 49ers keep Jake Moody next year? Fully guaranteed contract. You get nothing by cutting him. Should the 49ers move on from Jake Moody? Yes or no? I want to see it in the chat. We're going to talk about it. Should the 49ers move on from Jake Moody? We're going to get to that right after this. While other books make promises, MyBookie delivers. This holiday season, the deck is in your favor with MyBookie's 12 Days of Christmas. Festive lineup and can't miss opportunities for bettors to cash in. Risk-free Thursdays. NFL bets that you could bet, and if you don't hit, guess what? You don't lose any money. Super Boost and free bets are out there as well. Weekly casino giveaways. It only costs 50 cents to spend on bet soft slots to enter. I'm telling you, at MyBookie, it's not just about taking your bets. It's about giving you the tools to elevate your game with the road to New Orleans, bowl games, Christmas Day sports betting, NFL action, NBA doubleheaders. It's your season to win. And with the 12 Days of Christmas, which starts on December 19th, so don't wait, lock it in today. Use promo code 49ERS, 49ers, with your first deposit. MyBookie will give you a little extra to start your holiday hot. There's a reason MyBookie has been the go-to bettor and the betting sports book of the 49ers Rush podcast for 10 years. 10 years, guys, they have been doing this. Whether it's UFC, NFL, college ball, basketball, you name it. Now, rollovers do apply, and if you have questions, make sure to ask their customer service. They are A++. But whatever you bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. All right, here are the answers. Should the 49ers move on from Jake Moody? Alejandro, Moody's got to go. George says no. Jill says no. Mike says no. Okay, all right. Mike says, oh, yes. Maybe I phrased the question wrong. The question is, should the 49ers move on? The answer is yes, definitely cut him. Sean says no. Jill says yes. I'll pack Moody's bags today. I felt really bad for him. I hated. I'm not a boo guy. Chapmans don't boo. That's the rule. I didn't like the whole stadium. I don't like that, man. I felt bad for the kid. He's making millions of dollars, but man, that sucks. It's time for him to go. Yeah, we should, but we won't. I think what the 49ers will do with Jake Moody is keep him, but bring in a quarterback or a kicker to compete and then see how that goes. But that doesn't let you know how he handles pressure situations. You know what I mean? Like, that's his problem. Yeah, he can make all the kicks in the world in training camp. Who cares? When the lights are on and there's pressure on, the dude can't do it. Missed not one, not two, but 3 kicks in the playoffs. He's the worst kicker by far. Is he the worst accuracy-wise? in the NFL currently? I think he has to be now, right? Let's see. Field goals. Let's look at field goal accuracy. I'm over on PFF. All field goals. No, I want to do the whole by position. My bad. I clicked on the wrong one. You give me just a field goal grades. Let's look at the all field goal accuracy. How low is he? He's not he's 38th. So the highest kicker in the NFL is 38th this year on field goal accuracy. Zane Gonzalez, to be fair, who we had in last year, he's below him a little bit. So 71% of field goals, that is the accuracy rate of Jake Moody. Not good. Terrible, terrible, terrible. 38th, highest drafted kicker in the NFL is 38th. There's only 32 teams. Oh, yeah, I messed up the question, Austin. That's me. I'm not good at my job. That's what it is. So those are the kind of the grades. It's what it is. Now, let's look at next year's record. So we finished last. We locked that up. Yay. Here is the 49ers 2025 schedule. Shout out to Nerding on NFL Twitter account. They made this graphic. I did not. It even says it on there in the graphic, but I want to give credit to where credit's due. So obviously your home and road games, you've got your 3 home games versus division, Cardinals, Rams, Seahawks. You got your 3 road games, Cardinals, Rams, Seahawks. That's what it is. Now, home games that are locked up. You've got Falcons, Panthers, Bears, Jaguars, Titans. That's a terrible, terrible list of opponents. You're playing the worst. Falcons, I think, are the best team. Panthers, I think they've had 3 first-round picks and, or the freaking a couple years. Then you've got the Bears. Yeah, we'll see. They're going to have a new coach. You have the Jaguars. We'll see. They're going to have a new coach. The Titans, we'll see, might have a new coach. Not good. None of those teams are good home games. None of them. Now, I will also say this. None of those are blockbusters. Yeah, don't be excited when the 49ers don't get all the primetime games next year that they have the past 5. Don't be. Now, the away games, you got your division guys. This is incredible. So for a person whose entire job / career is traveling around and hosting these events on the road, I could not be more excited. The Texans, Houston game, I'm going to be at 100%. 49ers Rush Road Trip is going to be there. Colts, gosh, I've never been to that stadium. I've been to 26 NFL stadiums. I'm trying to get all 32. Haven't been to the RCA Dome. So I'm adding that one. Bucks, we were at Tampa this year. We had a great time. Why not redo that party? Saints, excited about that one. Who's not excited about the Saints? 1, used to be in our division. 2, New Orleans. 100% we're going to be down there having a good time. Giants, New York, and then the Browns. So those are the road games. I care more about the cities than I do anything, but none of those are heavyweight hitters either. Texans are probably the best team for sure. They're going to be a playoff team again. You had D'Amico versus Shanahan. That's probably going to be one of the primetime games we get. Colts, they might go through a full re-on everything. Bucks, they're having one of their better years. We beat them. We beat them at home. We get to go back. Saints, no, dude. Derek Carr, really? Mascara Bowl? No. Giants, come on, man. If they get a good quarterback, they've got some pieces. And then the Browns, who they're committed to Deshaun Watson for another 2 years based on that contract. I know they redid it, but still 2 more years. Yeah, Rob. Oh, no, not MetLife. Yeah, hopefully it's late in the year. MetLife sucks, man. I know it's a Jersey, and I know people, I want to get out there because there's a lot of listeners that are on the East Coast. But, man, yeah, we'll figure it out. So, anyway, 49ers going to be traveling. We did 5 trips this year. We're going to be in Arizona. Make sure you come out with us this next week. But, man, Alejandro says maybe a Sunday night game in Seattle. Dude, Seattle's gotten the most screwed, those fans. The Seattle faithful's best, second to none. Thursday game. Dude, give them a regular game. Right here. Yeah. Seattle Niners faithful. Best chapter, one of the best, if not the best chapter out there. There's a lot of good ones. Can't wait to play Seattle up here on Thursday again. Yeah, don't screw us over, man. Let us get up there. That's a fun place to play, man. I really, really do like it. Right here, Saints supposedly releasing Derek Carr. Yeah, and who's their Spencer Rattler? You're going to roll forward with him? Yeah, they should move on from their coaching staff. They should move on from their quarterback. Should be a full rebuild. One of the older teams, but we'll see. Saints don't ever do that. They just keep what they got. They're fine with being on the bubble as far as, the playoffs go. It's just not really who they are. Bobo, what's up, man? From Cali High. I'm sure I pronounced that incorrectly. Valley, my friend. Bobo, I love it. Yeah, Jason, can't wait to see you, man. Can't wait to freaking see you. Right here, Mark. What's up, Mark? He says best draft position is 11. Niners lose week 18. Colts, Cowboys win. So the 49ers currently are picking 11th. Now, here's the thing. The tiebreakers for draft position is different than tiebreakers for playoffs and division and all that stuff. It's all about record and then strength of schedule. Those are the two. It's simple. It's much more simple. Here's the problem. The 49ers would currently be picking 11 if the draft was today. The Saints are at 10. That's the highest we can go. But even if the Saints win and we lose, we would have the same record. And strength of schedule, we just have way too much of an advantage there. We have a 566. They have a 507. So even if we finish with the same record, I don't think we jump up to 10. Now we're playing the Cardinals. I don't know who the Saints are playing this week. I don't really care. I don't think it's enough to make that one game difference. I don't think it's enough. So I do think 11 is probably the best case scenario, even if we do lose and the Saints win. Now, the flip side of that is there are 3 teams with a 7-9 record right behind us: the Colts, the Cowboys, and the Cardinals. So if we win, that means the Arizona Cardinals will have the same record as us. You look at strength of schedule, we got them beating strength of schedule. So if we have the same record as the Cardinals, even though they beat us in NFC West standings, which we will be dead last, we will beat them in strength of schedule, which means they pick ahead of us. So if we win, we're passing them. So that's 12. And then again, same thing with the Colts and Cowboys. We destroy those two teams in strength of schedule. So I think it's 11 or it's 14. I think it's 11 or 14, unless the Cowboys win, which never happens, or the Colts win. They had the season on the line and blew it against a terrible team. I don't see that happening. So I think if I had to bet money, I wish I could find this prop bet somewhere. I think the 49ers are picking 11 or they're picking 14. I don't think we can get to 10. And if we win, we don't drop 1 or 2 spots. We're dropping 11 to 14. So that's kind of the draft order. And if you're looking for like teams to root for to help our draft position, Colts, Cowboys, Cardinals, the 3 C's. That's kind of what you're looking at there. So we'll see. Herschel, this hurts, talking draft position. Don't see Kyle improving the offensive line. Same starters next year except for Banks. Man, that would break my heart. At least you brought in Matt Hennessy. That says, like, at least somebody recognizes, hey, hey. And even if you do just put Nick Sikel in at left guard for Banks, that's an improvement. Even if you do just put in Spencer Burford at left guard for Aaron Banks, that's an improvement. Even if you do put in Ben Barch for Aaron Banks at left guard, that's an improvement. So getting better. Maybe, hopefully Trent Williams comes back healthy. But, man, you still got to right tackle. Center's way worse than right tackle. You got to get a center. You have to. You have to. Sign one. Ryan Kelly would be the perfect situation for the Colts. Maybe they go full rebuild, but I doubt it with that young quarterback. But if you can't get Ryan Kelly or a vet center to come in, you got to draft one. You got to. Yeah, and JP, yeah, good luck having a better draft than this year's. This year's draft was unbelievable. Unbelievable. Can you do that again? We got 11 picks. We got more picks. We're picking way higher. Oh, man. Yeah, right here. Philip. Appreciate you, Philip. The man. He says, as long as we replace Brindle, I'll take it. Same. Yeah, O-line. Let's go. Right here, Wood Gravy. Came late. Demo credits Staley on his play this year. I'll say this again, at all the training camp practices, Brandon Staley was out there early, and he was working with the corners. He took over that kind of job that Wilkes did. Nick Sorensen was never out there early, ever. The coaches that were out there early, Bullocks, the safeties coach, Staley, and KJ Wright, the assistant linebackers coach. Those were the 3 defensive guys that were out there early every single day. And I know I'm not the only one that was there. Sorensen, dude, you can't even tell when Sorensen is out there. The no personality, no command of the team, literally just, I don't know, man. Pet rock, bro. No personality. Congrats, Don Burr, on your win, on your team. Congrats, man. Love your consistency. Dude, I love it. I hope you have that Detroit versus everybody at 3 exclamation points. I hope that's like your copied thing and you just have to paste it because I know you type it all the time. But congrats to you, man. Yeah, Purdy ain't playing versus the Cards. JP, no more Michigan players. There's a lot of quality Michigan players at positions of need, especially defensive tackle. Top 2 defensive tackles are Michigan guys. I'd be happy with either one of them. Yeah, right here. Ed, John, at least we beat the Cowboys this year. I'm happy about that. Yeah, we get to beat the Cowboys and draft in front of them. I'll take that. I won't take it. I don't like where we are. Ugh. I'm mad. I'm still mad, but that's okay. The 49ers, we'll see. We got one more game. It's going to be a crazy week. I've got to break down a lot of film because I'm flying out Friday, so I got to get all my film breakdowns from the Lions game done. I got the first one done. That's up on the 49ersrush.com. I got 4 more to go. We'll get them done. Not doing the John and Wayne show tomorrow, New Year's, Texas playing, all that stuff. I don't know when the hell I'm going live tomorrow. I don't know what that's going to look like, but I'll fit a show in for sure. If Texas loses, maybe not. But anyway, y'all better root for the Longhorns. Right here, 805, appreciate the super chat. He says, Abdul Carter or Tyler Warren. Ooh, look at that. Good stream. Thank you. Appreciate that. I would love Abdul Carter. We need a defensive end, and he's probably the best pure speed guy off the edge. Tyler Warren, he's a stud, man. I just don't know if that's like warranted. 6'6", 260, 92 reception. You know, he's a tight end. And I'm not even sure he's going to be the first. He'll be the first or second tight end. I think that's a little too rich. Now, you want to trade back and get a Tyler Warren, I'd be cool with that. And, you know, he would be the heir apparent to Kittle. We do so many tight end 2 snaps anyway. I just can't I can't put a first round pick on tight end. But I do love Tyler Warren. 92 catches this year, 1,095 yards, 6 touchdowns. And, you know, even in 2023, he had 7 touchdowns. I'm looking at the 49ers Rush draft book, which we're up to 104 pages. And for all of our supporters, the Patreon on our Patreon or the 49ersrush.com, you're going to get access to this probably here in about 6 weeks. So we're going to do it different. Instead of putting out a final copy, we're going to give you our working Google Doc where you could just look at it without editing it, obviously. But we still got a lot of work to do before it's even at that stage. But yeah, I love Tyler Warren. I'd prefer Abdul Carter. And right here, Austin, John, can I get your thoughts on Kelvin Banks Jr.? He is my early draft crush. Well, one, I am a Longhorn, so I freaking love this dude. I've got film breakdown, all 22 breakdown up on him on our site, the49ersrush.com. So we did Kelvin Banks Jr., and we also did the LSU kid, Will Campbell. Those are up on there. I love Banks. I think he has the highest ceiling. He's the best zone left tackle in this draft. He's 21 and a lot of experience. He's got over 2,500 snaps, 40 starts at left tackle, and he's only 21 years old. So you're getting young. You're getting super freak upside. I mean, he's awesome, man. And there's a lot of nuance to his game that says, like, what the hell? Like, he does the false hands target all the time where he'll extend his arms and wait for the defensive lineman to chop. He pulls and then just presses and replaces. Dude, I'm telling you, Kevin Banks, the problem is, if I'm going to be honest, and this is just based off of one tape breakdown, I'll do 3 of his. I don't see how Kevin Banks gets out of the top 7. I really don't. I don't think that this is an elite draft. And so whenever you don't have elite drafts and a lot of quarterbacks and a lot of wide receivers going early, what happens? Defensive ends, offensive tackles shoot up the draft board every time. I'm struggling seeing Banks make it out of the top 8. Really top 7. Should go top 5. I think he's the number 1 tackle. I love him. And so, Austin, I'm with you as far as draft crushes go. Oh, man. Longhorns will lose, John. Oh, come on, man. Dude, we're playing Arizona State. We're favored. Probably favored by too much. But no, Texas should win that game. We'll see. They could lose. Arizona State's got a good team. We get to see Scatterboo against great defense. I think that's going to be a fun draft evaluation as well. Scatterboo's one of like the toughest, hardest fighting running backs in college. Hasn't played against a defense like Texas, which probably is the best defense in college. I think that's going to be fun. I really, really do. Right here, what about the tackle, the LSU tackle? I don't think Will Campbell goes first, but if you're a power gap scheme, Will Campbell's going to be your number 1. If you're an outside zone scheme, then I think Banks is going to be your number 1. I like Campbell, 6'6", 324. I didn't like his tape near as much. I want to be honest with you. Gives up, a lot more pressures and a lot more sacks. He's better in the run game, I think you could say. Size, length, experience, that's kind of what he brings. His anchor is awesome. His footwork and hands are bad. And so, like, he has a lot more room to grow, but it's a lot more inconsistent tape. Both play to the SEC. Personally, I'm taking Banks, but if I'm a power, whatever team, then I get Will Campbell. And so some teams will have him 1. That's kind of where he is. So we'll see. We'll see where. Oh, see, this is what I needed, Tommy. He says, okay, John, I hate Arizona State. I'm going to root for the Longhorns for once. Hey, I was rooting for USC against A&M, and they did me a favor. So I love that. So see, we're there. We're there. Lee says, trade down. They need a lot. If you can get a blue chip, you get a blue chip. If you have a chance to get Will Campbell or Kelvin Banks, you stay put, you go there. If you have a chance to get, one of the stud defensive tackles, I think you stay there. You have an end that you're in love with, I think you stay there. Outside of that, yeah, drop back. Rob, Kyle might draft a right guard to play left tackle and a left tackle to play center, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You ain't wrong. You ain't wrong. Man. Well, guys, this has been fun. Really appreciate y'all. Enjoy some college football. Enjoy the end of the new year. And, let's hook up Texas. And until next time, stay strong, faithful.